Canada versus Czechia. For the first time since 2014, NHL players are finally back in the Olympics. Team Canada, led by Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, and Cale Makar, took on Czechia, led by Radko Gudas, David Pastrnak, Tomas Hertl, and Martin Necas. Canada didn't just win. They made a statement and absolutely demolished Czechia. Let's break down everything that happened. Honestly, this game started tight. I was a little bit worried at the start of the game to see what would happen. They threw out Crosby's line to start, so Czechia came out structured, strong in the neutral zone, forcing Canada to dump pucks and rather than carry it with speed, as that's definitely going to be Canada's strong suit. Jordan Binnington was very sharp early, though, tracking pucks through traffic and controlling rebounds. Czechia had a few good looks, but nothing really rattled Binnington and the Canadian team. Canada was rolling their lines. They started with the Crosby line, then went to the McKinnon line, and then the McDavid line, which is McDavid, Celebrini, and Wilson. McDavid walks out there and says, I don't need an enforcer, and absolutely demolishes one of the Czechia players. One of the Czechia players tries to get back, and McDavid gets a penalty immediately. So Canada goes on the power play. Doesn't really result in much, but whatever. Connor McDavid is looking like an absolute beast. And then, with just seconds left in the first period, 19-year-old Macklin Celebrini, who we did not think would be in this Olympics at this time last year, buries it in the back of the net with 5 seconds left. Instead of heading into the intermission 0-0, Canada walks into their dressing room 1-0 with the lead to go into the second period. Early in the second, Mark Stone finishes a beautiful sequence that was completely all Mitch Marner, which it was shocking to see him forechecking. And then, the man we didn't even think was going to be in the Olympics this year because of injury, Bo Horvat, makes it 3-0 on a breakaway. At this point, Canada wasn't just playing well, they were dictating this game and dictating the pace. Canada was able to walk into the dressing room up 3-0. Down 3, Czechia needed something early in the third, but they just could not generate sustained pressure. And then, usual suspects get involved again. On the power play, Nathan MacKinnon sends one home off of a pass from a little tic-tac-toe play from McDavid and Crosby. It's not fair. It's straight up illegal. 4-0. Later on, Nick Suzuki adds one off of a setup from McDavid, and suddenly it's 5-0. That was the dagger. But we have to talk about Jordan Binnington. 26 saves, calm, efficient, composed, which is not normal from Jordan Binnington. Binnington didn't really need to steal this game, but when it mattered most, he came up big. Canada's defense deserves credit too. Clean gaps, physical, but disciplined. At the end of the day, in the Olympics, you can't really fight, so you can be physical, but don't get too rough or you're getting ejected. This Canada team isn't just about star power. It's about structure. 5 different goal scorers, Connor McDavid with 3 assists, balanced scoring throughout the lineup, a shutout to open the Olympics. That's how you send a message. Czechia is not an easy team, by no means. They're structured, skilled, and physical. But Canada made them look easy. Is it early? Yeah. But this is exactly how a gold medal contender is going to start. Connor McDavid had more scoring chances than Czechia did the whole game. Are you kidding me? This guy is a cheat code. 3 points in his first game, and more scoring chances than the whole other team. Playing on the third line. My God, McDavid. Also, the refereeing in this game was okay, but there was way too many hand pass calls. Okay, there was one on Hronek, I understand, but a lot of the calls were pretty soft, especially when Nathan MacKinnon had a breakaway and scored, but as he was shooting, they whistled the puck down to call Nick Suzuki on the worst tripping call I've ever seen. If Canada plays how they did today, structured defensively, lethal on the power play, they're going to be extremely hard to beat, that's for sure. For Czechia, it's about resetting. At the end of the day, you just lost to a powerhouse Canada team that looks absolutely unstoppable. You have some good pieces, go make the most of it. Go crap on a team like Italy. And just like that, Team Canada's 1-0. The fact that this power play is so overpowered that you have Connor McDavid, Nathan MacKinnon, Sidney Crosby, Sam Reinhart, and Cale Makar. You can pop in anybody else, Reinhart. You can pop in Marner. You can pop in anybody. But the fact that Sidney Crosby is your net front guy, this team is illegal. Like, genuinely, this team is illegal. The fact that one of the greatest hockey players of all time, the greatest player of his generation, of the 2000s, the greatest hockey player of the 2000s, is your net front player in the 2026 Olympics. But he's still scoring goals you can't even fathom it. So with that being said, what was your biggest takeaway? Was it Celebrini's poise, McDavid's playmaking, or Jordan Binnington's play and his shutout? Comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you after the Switzerland game. See you later.